and we are back at the movies. Alright, so we're back here to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and I just have not been able to avoid any kind of spoilers on Instagram or Facebook or any kind of social media, YouTube especially. So, we're back here to check it out because Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, absolutely fantastic Marvel movies. So well done. I love them. I love them. So I'm here to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and what we're going to do is we're going to compare this trilogy with other trilogies from the past. So my favorite trilogy of all time is Star Wars. 4, 5, and 6, I guess we got to say. Those are the absolute most perfect trilogy movies ever. The storylines, just everything falls into place. It's absolutely flawless. And then I have my second is probably going to be Indiana Jones, that trilogy. The movies get better and better, in my opinion, as you keep going on. And then third is going to be Back to the Future, and that is just because Back to the Future 3 is a little weak. It's a little weak. Back to the Future is my favorite movie of all time. In my opinion, it's a perfect movie, aside from the only question it brings up, which is, how in the heck do George and Lorraine McFly not realize that their son is an absolute doppelganger from the guy back in the 50s that brought them together? That's the only question it leaves me with. Other than that, perfect movie. So anyways, we're here. We're going to watch Guardians 3 and check it out. It's supposed to be fantastic. It's supposed to be a close as well to the franchise. I'm not sure how I feel about that because I love these movies so much, these Marvel movies. There is, question and worry that some of the main characters are going to die, which I'm fully expecting to happen. Like I said, no spoilers. I've only watched the trailer one time, and I have some ideas. Don't want to talk about them yet. We're not going to do any kind of in-film. I'll get like the credit of the movie coming up, but that's about it inside. Other than that, we're going to talk about trilogies and see which ones are my favorite as well as yours. Let's go check it out. We got the little movie clips everywhere here. Oh, that's pretty sad. Oh no. Final one, guys. Oh, I'm a little sad about this. Alright, check out these drinks I have for the last ride, they're calling it. They got the Green Assassin, the Space Outlaw, Cybernetic Sip, Literally Delicious, and Mind Control. That's pretty cool. They got their own little themed drinks for the movie that they make here at the bar. That's awesome. I love what they've done with these display monitors over here. Instead of just movie posters, look at this. That is awesome. All three linked up together. That is a really well done little piece of marketing right there. And speaking of Indiana Jones, right when it went off of Evil Dead, Dial of Destiny advertisement right there. I'm excited for this. I love it. Movie number 5 in the franchise, but it was an original trilogy, so that's why I don't really count the Crystal Skull movie at all. Mario Brothers is great as well. I've seen it 2 times already. 2 times I've seen Mario Brothers. Alright, we're going to Theater 8, so we're going this way. Alright, so I have the new Regal Unlimited package. It's like $23.99 a month, and you get unlimited movies, which is really great. So I'm starting to learn my theaters. And I think for this theater, I misjudged the size. I'm in the back row and kind of a little far away. I don't really like it. I like to be a little bit closer, but it'll do. I got my gigantic, small Pepsi Icy. That'll keep me going throughout give my caffeine throughout this long 20-hour movie probably. Alright, time to watch. Okay, so, wow. Wow. That was really good. To me, even though they advertise it as the last ride, I don't think that's the last ride. Stayed for post credits and then the post credits as well. And spoilers. Okay, no. Spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear anything about the movie, I'm not gonna tell the story, but go away now so you don't hear any spoilers. But to me, that's not the. I don't think that's the end. Whether they come up with individual movies now or I don't know. At some point, Guardians will be back some way or another. It's too good of a franchise to just disappear. So something will be back. The very post end scene, big white screen saying the legendary Star-Lord will return. So something's going on there. Not totally sure. One big thought though, right off the bat, before like I go into the trilogy thing and talking about that, one of the things I saw a lot of people talking about was PETA, and how if you are like, I guess if just animals, like there's a lot of animals in this movie, and people were like, oh, this movie's terrible, they hurt animals, blah blah blah. No, they don't. They're all digital animals. Can we calm down with the it's a movie. It's a movie, guys. It's a movie. It's science fiction, right? It's science fiction. Calm down. It's just a movie. They're not real animals. Oh God, it's just ridiculous. We've watched, John Wick movies where they kill hundreds of people. No one talks about that. We've watched movies forever where things die and whatever. It's just part of the storyline. Who cares? It's part of the storyline. Leave it alone. PETA, chill out. They're not hurting any animals. They're all digital. Okay, calm down. All right. Back to that. So, all right. So where do I put this trilogy at? God, I was thinking about some other trilogies too, and so Star Wars is number one for me. Star Wars is number one. Indiana Jones is going to always be number two for me. Back to the Future going to be number three. Now, if I want to round out, like, say, a top five, I would probably have to put the Dark Knight series at 4 and Guardians at 5. The Dark Knight series, to me, even though I'm a Marvel guy, I'm not a DC guy, I don't like how DC changes characters and actors so much with their characters, right? We have, different Batmans, we have different Supermans, we have Superman dying, like you kill Superman, and then you bring him back with like Pepto-Bismol, like in the next movie, because you realize you pissed everyone off by killing Superman. Like, that kind of stuff bothers me. It just really does. I feel like, the new Superman coming, or the Flash coming out, should be good. I'm really excited to see that, and how they how they bring together all the different Batmans and the timeline of time travel, that kind of stuff. So I'm excited about that, and I'm hoping that those movies can all get fixed, because they were pretty bad. I wasn't happy with them at all. Just being a cartoon guy and an 80s guy, and I just didn't like that. But anyways, so Dark Knight series was really good. My favorite Batman is the original 1989 Batman. That was, to me, was the perfect Tim Burton cartoon-esque, Batman that we all love, and that's what he went off of, was the comic books. He kind of wanted to bring that comic book stage to life, and he did. So that's my favorite Batman. But the Batman trilogy I like is the Dark Knight series. Those were just fantastic. I would put this right at number 5. I thought about Lord of the Rings, and for me, I didn't know much history about Lord of the Rings, like, at all. And for me, Lord of the Rings was really hard to follow. Just the accents, some of the verbiage, not knowing about a lot of the things they were talking about in the beginning. I'm talking about original 3 trilogies. I'm not talking about spin-offs after or whatever, I'm talking about just those. And to me, the Lord of the Rings was fantastic, but I just didn't understand them. I had to watch each movie like twice before I kind of figured out what was actually going on. And so for me, that takes it out of there. I can't really think of any other trilogies in my mind that I'm missing that could be in my top 5. Those have got to be it. Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, Dark Knights, and then Guardians. Those are fantastic. Fantastic trilogies. And I don't know. But the movie overall, for me, I was pleased with it. Got a little sad, got pretty nervous at different times. The ending I was okay with. And I do feel like, though, that is not going to be the end. I feel like there's, either, like I said, either individual movies that can come out, or the Guardians can reunite in some way or another. Going back to spoilers, I'm glad no main characters died. I'm happy about that. They had you on your heels a few times where you're thinking, oh, this is it, they're going to kill off the main guy, and they didn't kill him off. So I was happy about that they did that. So that means there's got to be something more in store for the Marvel Avengers universe, canon, all that going out there for, future, next 10 years talking. I think Disney's smarter than to just start saying, what, we got to end a franchise, just kill everyone. That's just not smart. Going back to Superman. When Superman died, in the Batman Superman movie, that pissed me off. I was like, are you serious? You're killing Superman? That's like the most famous superhero of all time, no matter what genre or comic book you like. Superman is the most popular, most well-known, and you killed him. And then you're like, oh, dang it, we screwed up. Let's just bring him back in the next movie with like some kind of stupid, NyQuil stuff. I don't even know what the heck it was. It was just like, really? You just want us to overlook the fact that you killed him, and then you just said, oh, forget it. We're bringing him back at the beginning of the next movie, and there he goes. He's just back now. That was just ridiculous. I hated that storytelling. That was very bad movie making, in my opinion. So, all right, guys. So that's it for now. So, in the comments, go ahead. Tell me about any trilogies that I might have missed, that I might have forgotten, that are your favorite outside of my 5. Give me your favorite trilogies. And, maybe we can make some videos talking about other trilogies and things like that. So I think that'd be kind of cool. All right, more movies to come, guys. I'm really enjoying this unlimited $23 Regal Cinema subscription I have. Just unlimited movies. I can go whenever I want. So, pretty cool. All right, guys. See you guys on the next adventure. Have a great day. Okay, I can't stop the video there, guys. I went on to some of my favorite social media pages, and I checked out some of the comments that are going on with the movie. And, I have to say a couple more things that I didn't say in the last little section that I did at the movie theater. Now that I'm seeing what people are talking about, everyone's talking about Animal Cruelty 1, which, come on, guys, stop it. I get it, right? But they're digital animals. They're not real, right? Nobody complains about aliens or creatures in other franchises dying or being abused or whatever. To me, stop it. They're digital creatures, so they're not even real. That doesn't happen in reality. So we need to separate ourselves from what is real and what is just science fiction storytelling. Stop it, guys. It's ridiculous. If you want to hate the movie because of animals being a kind of a big part of the storytelling of telling Raccoon's story, and something that we've all been wondering about for all these years, trying to figure out where Raccoon came from. Why is he so smart? Why is he like a mechanic and technically a genius? Well, we learned that now. We learned that. So stop it. Stop. They're not real animals. Cut it out. But the bigger thing that I did want to talk about is a lot of people are missing the point. Now, they're talking about how the Guardians argue amongst themselves a lot during this movie. And, a lot of people don't know this about me, but over the years, probably the last 15 years, quietly I've written a bunch of short stories. They're all on my computer. They're on hard drives that I have from, the past 10, 15 years. And it's just a part of me. I grew up doing theater, and I love storytelling. I love movies. I've always wanted to make short films, so I have written short stories based off of reality of events in life and people that I know and things that have happened in the haunt world or whatnot. And I think what everybody is missing with the arguing amongst each other is family and friends and love for each other. The movie starts out with Quill being Star-Lord, absolutely heartbroken over losing Gamora in the end of Guardians 2. Now, if you've ever lost true love, not somebody you liked or was with for whatever, but you didn't, if you ever lost him that you truly love, it absolutely breaks you. And we see that with Quill. He is absolutely broken inside by losing Gamora in part 2, and they show that right away. And then they start showing the other characters, how they are broken. We see why Rocket is sensitive and his trauma that he's been through. They show everybody's trauma in life. With Drax, people thinking he's stupid when he's really not. They get to the point of that later on in the movie where they say, spoilers, you were meant to be a dad. And when you watch the movie, you'll get it. And what everybody is missing is that everybody in this world is a little bit broken. Maybe not a lot, but just a little bit broken. And the way we recover from that is with friends and family, having people around you to love you and support you through thick and thin, no matter what. And as I'm watching the movie, I saw that. I saw the storytelling there about them and their friendship that they built and becoming family, even though none of them are, actually the same species or anything like that. It's about finding people that you love and you trust and you rely on, and having them just kind of be there for everything. So the arguing is something we do. We do that with family. We do that with friends. But at the end of the day, you know, we make up and we're there for each other, right? It's just a part of life. And that's what they're getting at. So people are like, oh, they just argue too much. It's stupid. Okay, well, you're missing the point of the arguing and the storytelling going on within the story. There's a whole different story being told within the story of the movie itself. And that's what you guys are all missing. I don't know. I don't know. People can love it. People can hate it. You know, is it one of my favorite movies? Is it my favorite of the three? No, it's not my favorite of the three. But I understood everything they were trying to do. And I get it. So people are just complaining, oh, animal cruelty. Cut it out. They're not real. It's a story. It's science fiction. Calm down, okay? You know, and then talking about, oh, well, all they do is argue and it was just annoying. Okay, well, you know what? Open your friggin' eyes and understand the point of the arguing in the story. Even at the very end, there's a part where Drax talks to, I forget the guy, the new golden Superman type dude that's a bad guy and becomes a good guy. I forget his name, but Drax saves him. And he asks Drax, why? Simply why? Like, why did you save me? And Drax says, because I believe everybody deserves a second chance. And they just pan back to the golden dude, and there's no line, there's no word said, but you see in his face a sense of, like, love for the first time. Like, oh my God, somebody cares about me. Where he didn't get that before. He was a tool. He was being trained as a weapon of war. That's all he was. And for him to actually have this whole 360 flip to saying, oh my God, these people that I don't even know about saved my life, and they're giving me a second chance, that's another example right there of love and friendship and how everybody deserves a second chance. That's all.